Hey, but okay, video for my GA players and how to deal with shin splints. This came up on my Snapchat. This is a question that comes up pretty regularly in my Snapchat, so I'm actually going to make this video to have somewhere to send people. For any GA players or athletes in general that suffer with shin splints. So I've had kind of girls, guys come into my GAA Lean Body program who've had this issue, and it's been very, very easy to fix for the majority of people. So I'm going to come at it from a couple of different angles because there is a few causes. The number one thing that I normally find what happens with people that has issues with shin splints is they're running in the wrong footwear. So if you're wearing really shit footwear and you've any pronation of your foot inwards, what's going to happen is it's going to send off that all the way up through your calves, up through your kinetic chain, and that can give you really bad shin splints. So the number one thing to do is look at your footwear that you're walking around on every day, that you're not using really poor quality shoes, and check your foot if there's a pronation inwards or outwards, that you're having a running wear or footwear that's going to support that. So that's number one. Generally an easy one to fix if you're running on a treadmill and doing a lot of running on the outside trying to build up your aerobic fitness and you're using shitty trainers, that can be an issue. The next thing then that I've found is making sure you keep your calves loose. I used to get really, really bad shin splints in my early 20s, and it was down from tight calves. I was doing a lot of calf work in the gym, not realizing that it was actually tightening up everything and it was causing me to get shin splints during games and during training. So what I've done with people in my GAA Lean Body program is a recovery strategy. I'll use the program because it gives context to the answer. Is there's your gastrocnemius and your soleus, is the muscles in your calf. Loosening those and keeping those loose can give you a massive reduction of pain in your actual shins by just keeping that muscle loose. So what I advise and what I have in my recovery strategy is some form of myofascial release, foam rolling with a thunder roller or foam roller, whatever roller you're using that works for your resistance level, and then applying the pressure to the gastrocnemius and to the soleus, and then pressing down hard on the really tight spots, and that will allow you to release the tension that's in your calves, which can release the amount of shin splints that you have. Again, I'm not a physio. This isn't my specific area or niche. It's more what I've used in application with myself and with the people that have came through my program that has worked really well for them. So the number one thing is check your footwear. Number two is releasing your calf muscles, your gastrocnemius and your soleus. And then the last thing is reducing the inflammation in your body. What happens with shin splints and any recurrent injuries, sometimes there can be too much buildup of inflammation in the body, and that's what's causing you to feel your injuries or your consistent niggling injuries. So reducing the inflammation in your body can massively help you. There's a couple of ways to do this. Number one, reduce any foods that are going to cause your body to go into an inflammatory state. So highly processed ingredients, microwavable foods, things like that with preservatives, stabilizers added to the food can send your body into an inflammatory state, which can increase your risk of injury, or it can make things like shin splints a lot worse. So I tend to cut those foods out, bring them back and reduce them and minimize them so they're not the main part of your diet. And then after that, making sure that you're not eating any foods that are high trigger foods for you. If you have a mild gluten intolerance or a dairy intolerance or anything like that, that's going to send your body into inflammatory state straight away. It shows up differently in different people. Some people will take on dairy or whey protein that's very high in lactose and they'll break out on their skin, and that's inflammation in the body just showing up in this case of acne. For other people it shows up in shin splints, for other people it's recurring injuries, other people it's tiredness, for other people it's brain fog. So eating foods that don't work well for your body is going to massively reduce your ability to perform your best on the pitch or in the gym, and whatever it is that your specific goal is. So making sure that you're not eating those foods. And then the last thing is using supplements that may support your body's ability to reduce that inflammation. My personal favorites are extra strength omega-3, particularly one that's high in DHA and EPA, which are the active ingredients that make omega-3 so potent. That can reduce the inflammation in your body on top of improving mental cognition, brain cognition, heart health, all the things that omega-3 has been shown to research do and have its a positive effect on the body. It can also reduce your inflammatory state. And then probably my next one is going to be apple cider vinegar, purely because of some of the foods we eat and the environment we live in. Your body's in a more acidic state, and what apple cider vinegar does is it moves your body from an acidic state into a more alkaline state, so it can reduce the inflammation in your body as a secondary result. People sometimes use apple cider vinegar for fat loss or building muscle. It's not directly going to affect fat loss or muscle building from any study that I've ever read, but what it can do is it can bring your body from an acidic state to an alkaline state, which can prime you for performance or prime you for losing fat faster or prime you for building muscle better, assuming that your nutrition's on point, assuming your training program's in alignment with that, and assuming that you're using other supplements that are supporting your end goal. So they're kind of my main tips for shin splints. So hopefully this helps. If you have any teammates or anybody below, even a runner or anyone that suffers with it, definitely tag them below. Hope you got loads of value from this video. If you're watching on Facebook, I'll reply to comments in the next 24 hours. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Catch you soon.